As you all understand, this training center is worth celebrating because it is an extremely valuable component in both this community's and companies like Eastman and Domtar's continued economic success. After all, we all know that a company is only as strong as its employees, and steps like this one ensure that Eastman and Domtar and others a well-stocked pool of trained workers from which to draw as they grow. I would be remiss if I were not to mention, though, that none of us would be standing here today if it were not for the spirit of cooperation that made this idea a reality. Eastman and Domtar have joined forces, as was mentioned by Parker, with Northeast State Technical Community College, and our team at ECD has represented the state to see this center built for the benefit of everyone involved. Kingsport Mayor Dennis Phillips, City Manager John Campbell, along with the Kingsport Economic Development Board and Larry Estep, have worked tirelessly with Parker Smith, Karen Rowell, and Charlie Floyd from Eastman, and Dr. Bill Locke from Northeast State to make this project happen, and they deserve our congratulations and our gratitude. I would also be remiss if I didn't thank Richard Venable for being such a good partner with us at the state ECD, because I call on Richard regularly to help me on opportunities that exist in Northeast Tennessee. Our days together go back to serving in the legislature, and he's been a good friend for many years. Our presence here today is also a testament to the power of collaboration between government, private business, and educational institutions. Governor is fond of pointing out what we call the Jobs Cabinet approach to economic development, and that is bringing everyone to the table, working collaboratively so that we can celebrate and enjoy more far-reaching results than any one of us could do on our own. I'm honored to be participating in this ceremony. I look forward to the continued partnership between the state of Tennessee, the people of Kingsport, and the business community that is so important to this region, anchored by Eastman and Domtar. I'm sure it won't be long before I'm here again, hopefully when we cut a ribbon on this center, but before that, when we're celebrating other successes that this powerful team together can make happen. Before I conclude today, I'd like to thank our representatives, Nathan Vaughn and John Lundberg, because the resources we're celebrating the state participating with in this project come through the legislature. And it's the strong support we have with the members of the House and Senate that have made these resources available. And Tennessee's very strong business climate and our competitive position in economic development come from the policies that the legislature work with us on, and I want to publicly thank them for that support. Again, thank you for allowing the state to be a part of this very important project.
Good afternoon. My name's Charlie Floyd. I'm the manager of the Domtar Kingsport Mill that you see behind me and behind you. I want to thank you for allowing me to say a couple of words. And as I stood here a second ago and I saw how everyone was gathered around, I said, you know, this is really appropriate because nobody's taken a seat throughout this whole project for the last couple of years, and sure enough, nobody's taken a seat today. So very appropriate. But I want to thank all of you for joining us today, and I want to specifically thank Parker Smith, Mayor Phillips, Larry Estep, Dr. Locke, and all the teams that you have working with you, and particularly Commissioner Kisber. We really appreciate you taking the time to come and celebrate this great event with us. Your department's commitment to investment and sustaining our existing manufacturing base is like the foundation that you're soon going to see poured just behind us here. Thank you so much. Projects like RCAM help level that playing field and help the Eastmans and the Domtars of the world remain competitive in these challenging times. I've been involved with the evolution of the RCAM Center and the concept for about 2 years now, and there have been a lot of people that deserve a tremendous amount of credit for what we've been able to do already. But there are 5 or 6 that I'd really like to mention. Laurie Conway and Karen Rowell from Eastman, Mike Bledsoe and Cindy Tosher for helping us get off to a good start with Northeast State, and last but not least, Harold Kidd and Corin Winters, 2 big teammates of mine from Domtar. Fantastic job by the entire group. They've been there every time and have helped push this thing really forward. I especially want to thank all the employees of the Kingsport Mill, particularly those that are currently enrolled in our apprenticeship program. To my leaders in corporate Domtar who have been 100% behind our efforts here and have held up Kingsport Mill's partnership in the community here as a best practice in our company. This project has been the assembly, almost like the assembly of a jigsaw puzzle. The pieces have included the Regional Center for Advanced Technology, the Vision 2020 efforts of former Mayor Blazier, the Mayor's Downtown Revitalization Task Force, the Domtar Apprenticeship Initiative, the old Chatfield building, with which we used to hold maintenance classes here with Domtar, the Higher Education Campus, Eastman's Project Reinvest, the Economic and Community Development Organization, and KEDB. A tremendous amount. And today, that puzzle gets closer together, and the pieces almost fit. But they're really going to fit when you all hopefully join me here again at the fall of next year as we begin to celebrate with a ribbon cutting of this great facility. To those of you that may be interested on how you enjoy this benefit, I ask, are you looking for a rewarding career in manufacturing? And the answer is easy to remember. You can at RCAM. Okay? At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce somebody that I've genuinely enjoyed working with during his tenure as mayor of Kingsport. One of the most rewarding aspects of being a leader is that we oftentimes get to choose the team members that help shape the culture of our organizations. I've always said that to be in a forward-moving organization, we've got to have people who tell us how we can do something and not why we can't. And this guy really embodies that and is part of why I've really enjoyed working with him. So at this time, I'll turn it over to Mayor Dennis Phillips.
Thanks, Charlie. I'm not going to begin to try to mention names and thank everyone, but let me just say this building is a perfect example of what can happen when you all join together. And one of the things I tried to do when I was elected mayor was take a shovel like this one over here and bury the I word, the me, and the my word. Together we're making this happen. And this city has dedicated so many of its resources to education. Our health building was just opened in August. And if you go next door, our higher education building, which will be open next August. And as success breeds success, now the RCAM building. Now, while I'm excited about these two buildings over here, I am actually more excited about the RCAM building for this reason. If you graduate from the University of Tennessee or the University of Vanderbilt, you're going to make a good living from either school, and the salary's not going to be much different. But if you go for minimum wage through the RCAM program and you become a welder making $30 an hour versus $6 an hour, it's the difference between just existing and being able to raise a family. This is a very important building to the citizens of Kingsport and the surrounding area, and we cannot thank Domtar, Eastman, and Northeast State enough for the cooperation, that and all the other industries and individuals. Now, Matt Kisber, when it is important enough for him to come up, it's important. But when I knew Matt back in the early days, he didn't wear a toupee. And I know that his hair's not turning gray, he's just wanting to look a little older than he was in 1987. When I served in Nashville in 1987, one of the first things I tried to do was to get a doctor. It took me about 8 months to find a doctor in Nashville. I needed a plumber, and it took me about 12 hours. Today, I can call this morning and be up to see my doctor by this afternoon. I can't get a plumber in 6 months. That's what we're trying to change in the RCAM building. There is a need for a high-paying, skilled labor, and that's what we're bringing to Kingsport. Again, thanks each and every one of you. At this time, it gives me great pleasure in welcoming from Northeast State, and I want to thank the president for not showing up because, Katie, you're a great substitute. Katie Yates from Northeast State.
The Regional Center for Advanced Manufacturing is more than a training center. It's a resource for community leaders who work hard to create new job and economic prospects for the region. It's a starting place for residents who will come here to learn, grow, and become a well-trained workforce. The RCAM now joins the Regional Center for Health Professions and the Kingsport Center for Higher Education as proof of our region's commitment to economic development and a better quality of life for everyone. I'm trying to beat the train. Northeast State is proud to be a part of this effort. It signifies a resolve to make things happen and make things better. RCAM is a major symbol of hope for adults who want to train, work hard, and make their dreams realities. Thank you so much for coming today, and thank you all for working to make this project happen. It's now my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Larry Estep. Thank you.
On behalf of KEDB Board, I would like to say thank you, because we've had a lot of hard work to go into this project ourselves. We're just proud to be a part of it, only a small piece of it, because we have two great contributors, Eastman, with their contribution to the community and expansion, Domtar for donating the land, and then we have the state of Tennessee stepping up to recognize Northeast Tennessee and especially Kingsport for the work that's been going on and making grant money available for this project. KEDB's role, this is something we have stepped out of the box on, and so Board, thank you for allowing us to do that. I also want to say, Lori Conway, thank you. You've put in numerous hours. We've had a lot of communication, as well as Kathy Testerman with the state, our local rep. These individuals have made it happen. This time I'd like to introduce Olin Jones, incoming president of the Chamber.
Thank you very much, Larry. I appreciate that and all the work that KEDB's done with your involvement and leadership. This is certainly a great day for Kingsport, Tennessee, and what's involved with this announcement. It's a grand scale event in every way that you marry up education along with economic development, and that's a dream for anyone associated with the Chamber. Kingsport continues to thrive today. You don't have to look far to see that everywhere. Up to and including today's event, it's absolutely amazing what's happening in this area. Retail and commercial development and growth in our city continues to go at a record pace, and the Regional Center for Advanced Manufacturing further ensures strength and vitality in this area. The RCAM manufacturing will give our workforce and our local students the opportunity to gain world-class skills and be educated in the latest and best technology that's available for manufacturing. However, it will also further enhance that double punch of economic development and improve not only the downtown area but the larger Kingsport area as well. We certainly applaud the City of Kingsport at the Chamber, Sullivan County that was referenced earlier, the Kingsport Economic Development Board, and Northeast State for their unbelievable support and commitment to make this thing happen today. Your Kingsport Chamber is truly grateful to Commissioner Kisber for being here today, and very much appreciate his presence and all the state support that really helped to make this thing possible. And certainly we are forever grateful to Eastman Chemical Company, to Domtar, and to the folks represented here today for their commitment and support to make this happen, and all the things that all the employees at both those organizations do every day to make Kingsport a great place to be. Thank you very much. And I think with that now it's time to break ground on another new and exciting facility, so let's move over this way and see if we can dig some dirt here this afternoon.
Just want to make a couple of quick comments. We just celebrated a great occasion outside. This is another great occasion in here. This reception is to recognize and honor 70 scholarship recipients that will be going through classes to prepare themselves to be the workforce for folks like Domtar and Eastman. So we want to take this opportunity to congratulate all of you scholarship recipients. I'm here to tell you, and I think Charlie would tell you, and others of us that are involved in industry and business, you all are in a great place. The demand for skilled folks out there is just tremendous, and it's only going to get greater. So I encourage you to go to school, learn all you can, work hard, make good grades, take every opportunity and advantage that's given to you out there as you go through this, and I'm sure that you will be successful, have a very challenging and rewarding career going forward. So I congratulate you, we congratulate you, and we look forward to seeing you in our plants in the very near future. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming today. We have, as you just heard, 70 scholarship recipients who are here today to accept their scholarships and to meet you and see exactly where they're going to be working in the future. And I've been with Northeast State's Office of Institutional Advancement for about 4 years. But the stories I have heard about these students and the excitement and enthusiasm I have not heard from any other students. We are thrilled to have these students start in this program, and we look forward to watching them. They are truly an inspiration to us and to all of the faculty at Northeast State. So thank you for making this possible, and we look forward to seeing these students graduate with honors and go to work in your companies. Thank you so much for coming today.